Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Rachel Dahl. Today on the show we have Melissa Mackedon and Rochelle Tisdale. They're the administrators at Oasis Academy out in Fallon. Today on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
It's the $85,000 football frenzy at Tamarack Casino with up to $15,000 in weekly cash and free play giveaways and $25,000 in grand prize giveaways Thursday, September 29th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino during the $85,000 football frenzy.
The next time there's a crisis, at school or in your neighborhood, who do you trust to protect your family? Who do you want answering the phone? A corrupt politician looking for headlines? Or a tested leader?
This is Joe.
You knew the answer. Joe Lombardo has served with honor and integrity. And unlike our current governor, he'll put service before self, just like he always has.
Brian Culpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Culpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at brianculpaphotography.com.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Rachel Dahl. Today on the show we have with us the administrators from Oasis Charter School out in Fallon. Melissa Mackedon also serves as the chair of the State Public Charter School Authority, and Rochelle is on the WNC Foundation Board. So we've got education covered today, and we're going to talk about charter schools. So thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Good to have you. So let's start out with a little primer on charter schools. There's some misconceptions, I think, still after all this time. Tell us first about Oasis Academy. How long have you guys been at this? Why'd you get started? Because your history is, I love it.
So we started as a K-8 school, really small, 180 kids back in 2011. So this is our 12th school year. And then, like I said, we were K-8, and then we decided to add a high school.
And that's when I came on, and then I designed and implemented our high school model, which 100% of our high school students are dually enrolled with Western Nevada College, and about 80% graduate every year with their associate's degree along with their high school diploma.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I think
fun.
That's really cool. So
and now we're up to like 740 kids. So we started at 180, and now we're up to 740.
740?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. That I know your facility, and you've gone through some revamping over the years to revamp that space. Do you have plans to expand your space?
So one of the big issues, I guess, for all charter schools is we do not get access to the same bond money that traditional public schools get. So we have to pay for our facilities out of our per pupil dollars.
Okay.
So it's roughly about $1,200 less per pupil that we're getting, which is significant. So yes, we did. We started out in the back of an old Walmart building, and we've just grown and grown and grown, and we actually bought the whole building recently, and we do hope to renovate it and kind of turn it into the school we want it to be and that our kids deserve to have. But I'll let Rochelle kind of talk about what's going on with our high school and its location, because that's really exciting too.
Yeah, so our high school, we ended up moving over to the WNC campus a couple years ago, but now they've gotten a grant and they're bringing their nursing program back to the rurals in Fallon. And so we are looking at building a new high school in Fallon, which is really exciting. We have some property that we've purchased. We'd like to put up a gym and a new high school, and maybe change our model just a little bit to keep our kids on our own campus. So we're very, very excited about this.
That's super exciting.
Yeah. Hopefully to open in the fall of 24.
Okay, that's fast.
Tell us about it. Yeah.
So
Some sleepless nights on that.
So WNC and your campus are fairly close. So where would the high school be in relation?
So it's going to be north of where our current building is now. We bought an old ranch there, the old Veneraci Ranch, and we're in the process of doing all the earthwork and whatnot.
That's great.
Getting it all ready to break ground.
Cool. So of the 740 students, how many are high school kids?
Well, we have about 170 in the high school right now.
Okay. All right. And so many programs. You guys were when you first started, it was just education, teaching, classroom, and then you started expanding into sports. But you guys have a lot of really fun stuff. You have your own FFA chapter.
It's huge.
Talk about all the other fun stuff that you guys do.
I'll kind of cover the middle school portion of it. We have FFA in middle school, which is super, super cool. We have student council, we have yearbook, we have National Junior Honor Society, we have all, basketball, volleyball, cross country, lacrosse, all the sports. And our kids are doing girls basketball's going on right now. Our 8th grade team is doing amazing. So we're super excited, and there's even more that we offer at the high school.
Right. So at the high school level, we're currently in the NIAA, the 1A. They're looking at moving us up to 2A. We've become very competitive. We've won a couple state championships. Our softball team won the state championship a year ago. Our FFA group is also very active and large. That we have a very large chapter considering our numbers. And one of our kids, Hunter McNabb, is going to be presenting at nationals this year, which is a really big deal. It's very few that get selected for that. But along with that, we have things like We the People. It's a constitutional debate team that's really popular. Our student council is very strong. We offer blockchains, which we have one of 6 teachers that's trained to even teach that, and we partner with Western Nevada to do that so they can get dual credit for that as well. We have welding, we have a car club. They renovated an old truck and auctioned it off and made themselves. It was just so fun. I mean, we've got a lot of things going, and because we are small, all of our kids are doing something.
Right.
So it's fun.
So in addition to graduating with an associate's degree, they could also do the CTE track and graduate with a certificate and go straight to work somewhere.
Right. And so welding is one of our big CTE programs. The other one that we do every summer is certified nursing assistant. So we offer that. Blockchains also becomes a CTE program.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they get
can
certified.
Go straight to work out of high school.
And we're partnered with Tesla this year, doing the first robotics program competition team. So that's kind of fun too.
We have an esports team for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
How's that going?
It's just getting started. We're just
it's our first go round.
What's going to happen? But yeah,
that's great.
It's exciting.
How
the kids
fun.
it's wildly popular with students, obviously.
Yeah,
so super
that's
cool.
awesome. Well, you guys also are so well-rounded and so connected at the state level. Melissa, your work with the authority. Why don't you guys talk a little bit about some of the misconceptions, some of the accountability requirements for charter schools? Because it's a different animal for sure.
It is. It is. Sometimes you'll hear out there in the media that there's a lack of accountability for charter schools. Nothing could be further from the truth. Charter schools have on-site visits where a whole team comes in and evaluates everything from your organization all the way to classroom activities. We get evaluated every year. All schools in Nevada get evaluated on the Nevada School Performance Framework, but charter schools have a separate academic framework that the authority puts out. They also have an organizational framework and a financial framework, and they are rated annually on all 3 of those. And if you don't fall below a certain area, you can, closure's on the table in really extreme circumstances. So there's a ton of accountability, and most importantly, they are free public schools that are open to all students. We take students who are second language learners. We have a huge IEP population, students with special needs. They're all welcome, and we serve those students, and we love doing it. So
that's something that that I didn't realize going in. I think a lot of people think that you fall under the district in that community, and you are completely separate.
Yes, so the State Public Charter School Authority, they authorize us, they give us our charter, give us the green light to go ahead. Just getting a charter is an incredibly rigorous process.
I remember you
it's
going
not for the
through
faint,
that.
and it's gotten even more rigorous.
Right.
Which is good. Nevada kids deserve these schools to be awesome, so it should be a rigorous process, and it is. But we have a completely separate board of directors.
Okay.
They oversee us, and Nevada law requires that charter school boards have certain expertise on those boards.
Okay.
So that's kind of one of the distinguishing factors that makes them a little bit different than a traditional public school. Yeah.
So they aren't elected by the voters in the community. No. They're appointed by
the board, the outgoing board, or the current, or I'm sorry, by the current board.
And they'll fill an empty spot.
Yes.
And so what are some of the requirements for the board distribution?
You have to have a parent.
Okay.
You have to have a licensed teacher, but they cannot, of course, work at the school.
Oh.
You have to have, and then you have to have two of the three, either an attorney or legal background, financial or accounting background, or human resources background. So you have to have at least two of those three on your board.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So how big is your board?
Right now?
7. We're about to appoint a new board member next week at our board meeting, and we will be 7 at that point. Yeah.
That's great. How many charter schools do you know off the top of your head?
Oh my
How many
gosh,
charter
I should
schools
know.
in the state?
I should totally know this. I don't know the exact. Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry.
I don't know the exact number of charter schools, because some of them, especially in Vegas, there'll be one charter and they'll have 3 or 4 campuses.
Okay.
But there are about well over 50,000 kids being served in charter charter schools. So it is the 3rd largest district, just barely behind Washoe County.
Wow.
In the state, if you want to look at it like that. They're not really a traditional district, but there's a lot of Nevada kids being served in charter schools.
Great. Okay. Well, we need to take just a little break, and then we'll come back. I have another little list of questions. So we'll be back on Nevada Newsmakers.
The next time there's a crisis, at school or in your neighborhood, who do you trust to protect your family? Who do you want answering the phone? A corrupt politician looking for headlines? Or a tested leader?
This is Joe.
You knew the answer. Joe Lombardo has served with honor and integrity. And unlike our current governor, he'll put service before self, just like he always has.
It's the $250,000 Progressive Windfall of Cash at Carson Valley Inn. Weekly Progressives could accumulate up to $35,000 in cash and $20,000 in guaranteed grand prize giveaways. It's the $250,000 Progressive Windfall of Cash at the Carson Valley Inn.
Hi, I'm Renee Summerhour, digital news anchor here at 7 at 7. Watch our streaming nonstop newscast immediately with your mobile phone. 7 at 7 is the new way for you to get every bit of local news you need in just 7 minutes. Breaking news, local neighborhood news, weather, and sports are just a click away. Reporters bring you all of what's happening in the Valley. From Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, YouTube, and more. Get every bit of local news you need from the RJ and LVRJ.com.
I'm here at the Carson Valley Inn in Minden with Joey Whitaker. One of the things I love about the Carson Valley Inn here in beautiful downtown Minden is CV steak. I have eaten here so many times. Tell folks what they can expect when they come here to eat.
It's a beautiful room, great service. We have certified Angus beef, seafood, lamb, a great range of appetizers, and wonderful desserts. Jean-Michel's done a great job of selecting some beautiful wines for us. The customers love it, and we've got a great selection of cocktails as well. It's not a long way to get away to the Carson Valley Inn.
Modern boutique Ahern Hotel and Events Center in Las Vegas. Host meetings and events on 2 floors. Stay in luxurious rooms and suites. Unlimited branding opportunities. Regional Italian cuisine by Chef Mark Segrisi. Flexible event spaces. Full buyout options. Visit ahernhotel.com today.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
We're back on Nevada Newsmakers with Melissa Mackedon and Rochelle Tisdale from Oasis Academy out in Fallon. And we're going to chat outcomes for charter schools. You guys have a pretty good history of doing your job.
Yeah.
I think it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you want
Go
to
ahead,
start with high school and work our way down?
Yeah.
Okay, so since our high school has started, we're in our 8th year of our high school, and we've had a 100% graduation rate. It's been a lot of work to get there, and I cannot thank our staff enough for all they do for students. We have a very personal model where we meet with all kids every week and just check in with them, and I think that makes a huge difference. So, and we test at the very top of the state. We're nationally ranked, and so we're very proud of the work we're doing in serving our community and having a lot of first generation college students in an underserved population. So
That's
we're very
really
excited about the
amazing.
work we're doing, and again, our staff works exceptionally hard to get there.
Yeah.
So.
And similarly, the elementary school and the middle school have historically always been rated very high. Our middle school's been rated in the top 5 multiple times in the state. Really good outcomes, but again, I think that goes back to putting students at the center of every decision. It's the center of our decisions, it's the center of our board's decisions. What's going to be best for students.
Right.
And although Nevada has kind of paused the Nevada School Performance Framework to some degree over the last few years because of COVID, we are really excited because tomorrow, supposedly, they're going to release the state numbers.
Oh, really?
For this
Perfect
for
timing.
this year. Yep. And I mean, we obviously know what our numbers are, and we're really proud of our staff and those numbers coming out of COVID and after last year, what they had to endure. So we're really, really proud of our numbers, and we're eager to see how they stack up compared to the rest of the state. The state is releasing an index score, but they're not signing a star rating with it this year. So you're going to get an index score like we know our high school index score is 95. They're not going to assign that 5 stars, but it's kind of like if we say we're not going to tell you have an A, B, or C, but you got a 75 on this, right? We know that equates to a C, right?
Okay.
So it's a similar situation, and it's understandable why the state is doing that. COVID wreaked havoc on education, and so I understand why they're doing it. But they are going to have index scores, and those come out tomorrow, so we're super excited.
Yeah, that is amazing. So when they index, what measurements are we looking at?
Well,
graduation rate,
chronic absenteeism, performance on standardized testing,
both proficiency and growth, which is awesome. They look at, are you proficient, but also how much have you grown, and they also do a really important measure, which is called closing the achievement gap. So they look at students who were not at grade level the year before, and they say, did they make enough progress to close that gap, to get closer to being at grade level? And that's actually worth a substantial amount of points at both the elementary and middle school level.
Is that something that happened after COVID, or just became more important after COVID?
No, that's always been a part.
Yeah,
that's always been a part of the measure. And it's always been an important measure, like really getting those kids that aren't there caught up. I mean, that's our whole goal, right? So
I know in other, listening to other school districts across the state, after COVID, there have been a lot of students that are not at grade level, more so than ever before. And so I don't know if you guys suffer that as well, but that measurement then becomes important. So did you guys see a lot of that at Oasis, kids not being at grade level beginning of last year?
Yeah, but I think one of the things that I'm most proud of our staff for is they really persevered and worked hard, and the majority of our kids, even though if they weren't at grade level, they were growing and they were closing that achievement gap. And so that's what we're really focused on, is growth, because you know, they need to make that growth to get to the next level. And so whether they were teaching online or these blended models, whatever we had to do, like, they did whatever it took to, you know, help these kids and keep moving forward. They didn't take a break. They didn't slow down at all. They kept moving forward with curriculum, and it was really important. And I think we're reaping the benefits of that now, even though we do have kids that
still.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I've heard it kind of defined as there's a crisis in K-3 education. These kids are lower than they've ever been across the country, and we absolutely are feeling that. These kids are much lower than typical. But if there's any staff out there who can do it, it's ours. So
that's awesome.
And I would say the social emotional is another piece of that. And I think COVID did not do these kids any favors. They didn't have the traditional preschool kind of learning, the really structured things. And so we're seeing some social emotional issues that we're having to address along with the academic concerns.
And I will say, just like piggybacking off what Rochelle said, our board takes that social emotional, the whole child, really important. It really, you know, it's important to our board, so much so that we actually have 3 full-time counselors at our school, which puts us at like a 246 to 1 ratio.
Yeah.
I think the average in Nevada is like 480 to 1. So bringing in that 3rd counselor so that we can really focus on that whole child and meet their needs is hugely important, and we're already seeing it pay off just 4 weeks into school.
That's amazing.
Having those resources.
We'll take another little break and we'll be back in just a minute on Nevada Newsmakers.
It's the $85,000 football frenzy at Tamarack Casino, with up to $15,000 in weekly cash and free play giveaways, and $25,000 in grand prize giveaways Thursday, September 29th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino during the $85,000 football frenzy.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years.
Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
Ahern Rentals began as Signal Gas Station on Las Vegas Boulevard. Founder John Ahern grew the business by offering rentals. His son Don built on John's legacy, growing Ahern Rentals into the largest independently owned American rental company, with 89 locations in 30 states. Don also brought his experience and vision to equipment manufacturing with Extreme Manufacturing and Snorkel. Today, Ahern Rentals continues to bring its family values to a new generation. Learn more at ahern.com.
The Do It Right guys at Nevada Heating have one mission. Your air conditioner breaks down today. We fix it today. Why sweat for days while your air is down when Nevada Heating can get the job done today and you can get cool again? For nearly 50 years, locally owned Nevada Heating has been getting the job done right. Call today at 323-5585 or see us online at nevadaheating.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
We're back on Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Rachel Dahl with Melissa Mackedon and Rochelle Tisdale, and we're wrapping up charter schools with their amazing, your example of what you guys have done is just amazing. One of the things I think that's been really key to your success is how much you've included the parents and how much a part of what you do involves the parents.
Absolutely. We ask our parents to be aligned with our mission at the school. And we just, I think I can speak for both of us, we cannot thank our parents enough. Our community has been hugely supportive. And we couldn't do it without all of our constituents, and parents are a big part of that.
Yeah.
And we're very excited because this is the first year since COVID that we've been able to have our parent volunteers back in the school, and that's an essential part of our model is having our parents in our schools helping out.
Oh, yeah. And you have, well, parents are so talented, but you guys have a really good way of getting the parents with special skills to fill those roles in school. You're good at matching who fits
Need
where.
with talent.
Yes. Yeah. And you have a really talented batch of parents that you work with. So it's been fun to watch. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
It's always good to hear how it happens on the ground.
Yeah.
So thanks a bunch.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel.
Thanks for joining us today on Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Rachel Dahl.
Nevada Newsmakers Studio is located at the headquarters of the Nevada Trucking Association. Motion and purpose are a truck's greatest virtue.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday, trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
Take a look at Pro Group Management and see how your workers' comp requirements can be met head-on. By taking a proactive approach, Pro Group can assure that your company is meeting or exceeding state and federal standards. As you move forward in your industry, Pro Group moves with you, simplifying regulatory tasks, clearing the way so you can get the job done and look to your future success. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Hi, I'm Renee Summerauer, digital news anchor here at 7 at 7. Watch our streaming nonstop newscast immediately with your mobile phone. 7 at 7 is the new way for you to get every bit of local news you need in just 7 minutes. Breaking news, local neighborhood news, weather, and sports are just a click away. Reporters bring you all of what's happening in the Valley. From Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, YouTube, and more. Get every bit of local news you need from the RJ and LVRJ.com.
It's the $85,000 football frenzy at Tamarack Casino with up to $15,000 in weekly cash and free play giveaways and $25,000 in grand prize giveaways Thursday, September 29th. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino during the $85,000 football frenzy.
You can watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day at nevadanewsmakers.com. Our archives go back to 2005.